Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Chris Goodwin from Results Driven Group, and I'm going to have an interview with Jo about the impact of coaching and mentoring for her school and the next steps. So Jo, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Jo Cueto. I'm the head teacher of Maindy Primary School in Newport.
So Jo, what would you say the impact's been for you as a head teacher of receiving executive coaching and mentoring? How has it benefited you?
Okay, so the executive coaching and mentoring has had a huge impact on me as a head teacher. When we were first offered the opportunity to engage with the coaching and mentoring for our well-being as head teachers, I wasn't sure whether I needed it or whether it was going to be useful to me, but I thought, do you know what, let's give it a go and see if I can learn anything from it. So it has helped me enormously. It's helped me to be able to focus on the school improvement priorities for my school amid the COVID-19 chaos. It's enabled me to think quite sharply about what the important things are and the things that can be put to one side for the moment. It's made me feel as though I'm back on track, that I'm focusing on the right things, because there was a time when I think I felt that everything was my responsibility and there were lots of things that weren't within my control, which I found extremely difficult. And I think just having a safe space to discuss some of the priorities for the school has helped me to really think clearly about the way forward, and has helped me to regain some positivity, which has helped my own well-being, which has of course made me more productive in work.
That sounds fantastic, Jo. So what would you say the wider impact's been for, I don't know, your children, staff, parents, the community? What sort of things come to mind, so in the wider scheme of things?
I think in the wider scheme of things, it's mostly indirect impact. I guess the direct impact is perhaps more evident on my senior leaders and then on the staff within school. I think that I had lost some focus because amid writing endless risk assessments and dealing with things that nobody really knew the answer to, lots of change in advice, lots of very detailed guidance, you know, some of the things that were my day-to-day role were no longer. So I think for staff, they've hopefully benefited from having somebody who's far more focused, far more clear about what the immediate way forward is, and you know that the longer term plan will be certainly to learn from these experiences and get back on track. And of course then that impacts much wider on the children, the parents, the wider community, because they're all sort of putting their trust in the head teacher, that everything in school is being managed effectively.
Excellent. So let's think about next steps. So I think you're trying to, well, you are starting to roll out a culture of coaching and mentoring in your school, Jo. So how many of your teachers have attended the wider program through the RSI consortium, you know, like the 6 half-day one? Have they embraced that?
We have. So we decided to take the opportunity to engage in the coaching and mentoring. There was one link person, which is a member of my senior leadership team, but we decided, because we feel that we're quite good at supporting staff within school, we felt the coaching and mentoring fitted quite closely with how we like to work, but we felt that formalising that a little bit would be a great opportunity for us. So 6 of the senior leadership team engaged in the coaching and mentoring sessions. Wow. So it was the 6 half-day sessions. There were breakout tasks, there were discussion opportunities, and the course booklets with lots of different coaching strategies in. So we've embraced that as a leadership team. We've recently met to decide a little bit more formally, what does coaching mean for us at Maindy, and who are we going to coach? Are we going to coach everybody? No, of course we aren't. And we've tried to sort of narrow it down to the times when coaching and mentoring would be the most appropriate to use. So we feel like we already use it in some areas, so we certainly use it with students, with NQTs, with people who are new to the school, but we're widening that a little bit further to allow it to be used when we feel that there's a need, and that will help people to move on to the next stage in their own development. So we formalised that a little bit. So we're definitely going to do some wider staff coaching, and I've also signed up to be a leadership coach now within the consortia, so I will be coaching some senior leaders as well within our region. And I guess for me, I think that I'm probably ready to look at the next steps in my own leadership journey, and thinking about the next steps in my own development. So that's where we are. So it's part of an exciting journey, hopefully.
So maybe the level 7 for Jo Cueto, eh? We might see you on one of those programs in the future. And so thanks for that, Jo. That's been absolutely fantastic. And all I'll do is wish you Godspeed on your journey and good luck with it. Yeah.